Look around you, at the park, in your garden, even in a puddle after the rain. Life is everywhere, but what if I told you that what we see, the trees, the flowers, the birds, is just the surface? What if I told you that every leaf, every piece of coral, and every insect was part of an invisible design, a hidden blueprint that sustains our entire planet? Today, we're going on a journey to uncover the secret engineers behind Earth's most intricate and vital ecosystems. These are nature's unseen architects, the silent forces that build, maintain, and protect the world as we know it. Get ready to have your perspective on nature completely transformed. Let's start beneath our feet in the dark, rich soil. Down here lies a kingdom that's arguably the most important on Earth, yet it's almost entirely hidden from view. I'm talking about the fungal network, often called the Wood Wide Web. Imagine a vast, interconnected network of threads, thinner than a human hair, stretching for miles and miles, connecting nearly every plant in a forest. This is the mycelial network. It's not just a passive web. It's a dynamic, living superhighway. Through these fungal threads, trees can share resources. An older, taller tree with access to plenty of sunlight can send sugars and nutrients down through the network to younger saplings struggling in the shade. It's like a community support system, ensuring the entire forest thrives. They can even send warning signals. If one tree is attacked by pests, it can release chemical signals that travel through the network, alerting neighboring trees to raise their defenses. This isn't science fiction. This is the silent, cooperative intelligence of the forest, orchestrated by fungi, the invisible builders that form the foundation of our terrestrial world. Now, let's trade the forest floor for the sunlit shallows of the ocean. Here we find another group of master architects, corals. What we see as beautiful, colorful underwater structures are actually colonies of thousands upon thousands of tiny animals called polyps. These polyps build hard, calcium carbonate skeletons, and over centuries, even millennia, these skeletons accumulate to form massive structures, coral reefs. These reefs are so vast they can be seen from space. But their architectural prowess is just the beginning. Coral reefs are the rainforests of the sea, hotspots of biodiversity. Though they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, they support about 25% of all marine life. Fish, crabs, turtles, and countless other species find food, shelter, and breeding grounds within the intricate latticework of the reef. But the coral polyp doesn't do this alone. It lives in a crucial partnership, a symbiosis, with a type of algae called zooxanthellae. The algae live inside the coral's tissues, and through photosynthesis, they provide the coral with up to 90% of its food. In return, the coral provides the algae with a protected home and the compounds they need for photosynthesis. This beautiful partnership is what gives corals their vibrant colors and allows them to build their magnificent underwater cities. They are true ecosystem engineers, creating a world teeming with life from the simplest of materials. From the macro to the micro, our next group of architects is even more invisible, yet their influence is immeasurable. I'm talking about bacteria. For many, the word bacteria brings to mind germs and disease, but the vast majority are essential for life. Consider nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Nitrogen is a critical element for all living things. It's a key component of DNA and proteins. Our atmosphere is nearly 80% nitrogen, but most organisms can't use it in its gaseous form. This is where bacteria save the day. Certain bacteria living in the soil or in the roots of plants like beans and peas have the unique ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen, converting it into a usable form like ammonia. This process, called nitrogen fixation, is the primary way that nitrogen enters the food web. Without these tiny, single-celled organisms, plants couldn't grow, and without plants, life as we know it would cease to exist. They are the microscopic chemists, the unsung heroes turning an unusable gas into the very building blocks of life, fueling every ecosystem on the planet from the ground up. These relationships, these silent cooperations, are the essence of a healthy ecosystem. This is symbiosis in action. Think of the acacia tree and the ants that guard it in the African savanna. The tree provides the ants with shelter in its hollow thorns and food in the form of nectar. In return, the ants act as a dedicated security force, swarming and attacking any herbivore, from a giraffe to a tiny insect, that tries to eat the tree's leaves. They even clear away competing plants around the base of the acacia. It's a perfect pact of mutual defense and support. Or consider the cleaner wrasse and the larger fish on a coral reef. The small wrasse sets up a cleaning station where bigger fish, even large predators like groupers and sharks, will line up and patiently wait their turn. The wrasse swims all over their bodies, even inside their mouths and gills, eating parasites and dead skin. The big fish gets a vital hygiene service, and the wrasse gets a free meal. This delicate dance of dependency is repeated in infinite variations all across the globe. Each species is a thread in an immense, intricate tapestry. Each one relies on others and, in turn, provides something essential for the whole. But what happens when one of these threads is pulled? What happens when a single link in this complex chain breaks? The consequences can be catastrophic, rippling through the entire system in ways we might never predict. Let's return to the coral reefs. When ocean temperatures rise due to climate change, the coral becomes stressed and expels its symbiotic algae, the zooxanthellae. This is coral bleaching. Without its algae partner, the coral loses its main food source and its vibrant color, turning a ghostly white. If the high temperatures persist, the coral will starve and die. And when the coral dies, the reef structure it built begins to crumble. The fish, crabs, and countless other creatures that relied on it for food and shelter lose their home. The entire ecosystem collapses. A once thriving underwater city becomes a barren, algae-covered graveyard. This fragility is a stark reminder that the strength of the entire ecosystem depends on the health of each individual relationship, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. The loss of a single species can unravel the fabric of life itself. It's not just the microscopic architects that shape our world. Some engineers are much bigger, and their work is impossible to miss. Meet the beaver, nature's lumberjack and hydrologist. With their powerful teeth, beavers fell trees to build dams across streams and rivers. At first glance, this might look destructive, but the beaver is creating something profound. The dam creates a pond, transforming a fast-flowing stream into a calm, rich wetland. This new habitat attracts a whole host of new life. Frogs, turtles, ducks, and insects thrive in the still water. The pond recharges groundwater, mitigates droughts, and filters pollutants from the water. During floods, the beaver dam slows the rush of water, preventing erosion downstream. Beavers are a classic keystone species. Their engineering fundamentally reshapes the landscape, creating a mosaic of habitats that supports a huge diversity of other species. Similarly, in the savannas of Africa and Australia, termites build colossal mounds that can stand for centuries. These mounds are not just homes, they are complex ventilation systems that regulate temperature and humidity. The termites' digging activity aerates the soil, and their waste concentrates nutrients, creating islands of fertility in otherwise poor soil. These fertile patches support more vigorous plant growth, which in turn feeds herbivores. These larger animals are nature's engineers, their actions physically sculpting entire landscapes and creating the conditions for life to flourish in unexpected ways. We've journeyed from the forest floor to the ocean depths, from the world of the microscopic to the grand constructions of animal engineers. We've seen how fungi, corals, bacteria, beavers, and termites are the hidden architects of our world. They build foundations, create partnerships, and engineer entire landscapes. Their work is a testament to the silent, interconnected intelligence of nature. Understanding these architects is not just a fascinating scientific endeavor. It is the key to protecting our world. When we see a forest, we must also see the fungal network beneath it. When we admire a reef, we must recognize the tiny polyps and algae that built it. Protecting these unseen builders means protecting the clean air, fresh water, and vibrant ecosystems that sustain us all. The health of our planet rests on this fragile balance, on these delicate, unseen relationships. By learning from nature's blueprint, we can become better stewards of our shared home. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey to meet nature's unseen architects. If this opened your eyes to the hidden world around you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Roar and Wings for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. What unseen architect fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring.